CQ, CQDX, CQDX, 9 Tango Charlie 02, Newfoundland, Canada. 9 Tango Charlie 02, Newfoundland, Canada. We went to QSY to 27625, 27625 for VideoGate contact, and we go. CQDX 9 Tango Charlie 02, Newfoundland, Canada calling, ready for CB Radio VideoGate. Okay, we hear North Carolina. North Carolina, made it to the top of the pile there. North Carolina, this is Tango Charlie 02, and thank you for acknowledging my station.
Yes, sir. I just have to power up a little bit. Maybe you can hear me a little bit better now. So we can definitely hear you here off the coast of North Carolina, my friend. You're sounding good.
Roger, North Carolina. Yeah, we certainly do hear you. We have no issue. There is I think there's another station maybe on this frequency, just asking to step aside for a moment, please, if you don't mind. I'm going to try to reach out to North Carolina. This is Tango Charlie 02, Newfoundland, Canada, with the VideoGate.
Yes, sir. You're making perfect contact here to the Carolinas, my friend. I'm not sure what kind of radio setup you have, but you are sounding beautiful, my friend. I got between 5 and 7 dBs on you, and your modulation is beautiful. There, over.
Thank you very much, dear North Carolina. Tango Charlie 02 here. Yeah, we have you coming in loud and proud now. Looks like the channel is clear, and we've got a two-way communication on the go. What is your call sign, sir?
My first personal is Operator Terry, and I go by 319 on 11 meter, but on 10 meter I go by Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Tango. Copy?
Roger. I got the 319 on 11 meters, and I believe you said, correct me if I'm wrong, on 10 meter it's a Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Tango. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. It's Kilo 2 Whiskey Alpha Tango. There, over.
Roger, sir. Just in case you didn't catch on to the first part of our conversation, I'm doing a VideoGate, sir. I'm here in Newfoundland, Canada, and typically what I do, with your permission, once we conclude the conversation, I'll upload this to my my YouTube channel, and I will give you the coordinates so that you can find out where the videos do and have a listen to your great audio and your great signal getting into Newfoundland from North Carolina. Thank you, Terry.
Yes, sir. It's not a problem at all. And if you don't mind, what is your YouTube channel, if you don't mind sharing?
Roger, sir. Yeah, on this next over, I'll give you that information for sure. My YouTube channel is under my personal name, which is Andy Tobin. Say again, personal name Andy Tobin. Last name Tango Oscar Bravo India November. Back to you, Terry.
Okay, copy that, my friend. I will definitely look you up on YouTube and subscribe to your channel, my friend.
Well, I certainly do appreciate that. And if you'd leave a comment, then then you're no longer invisible to me. I'll certainly be able to find you and find your channel, and I can certainly do the same for you and subscribe to your channel. Not a problem, Terry. In case you do have trouble, you can always just Google VideoGate, of course. YouTube search for your name and 319. I could possibly use the 319 or a K2WAT. I'm not sure what to do, but you can always find any kind of a VideoGate that way through my channel.
Yes, sir. Copy that. 319. 319 would be fantastic if you don't mind. And I wanted to ask you, your YouTube channel, does it have a picture of you playing the guitar?
Yeah, I believe one of the pictures that may be there, a side picture, is me playing bass guitar, and I think the mainstay picture would be a picture of a Cobra 2000, a Snake Radio Customs 2000.
Oh, yes, sir. We definitely see you on the channel, my friend, and that's a beautiful Cobra 2000. It's a beautiful radio. There, over.
Roger, and this is the radio that I'm using now. Of course, it is my radio of choice, as you can see. It has lots of bells and whistles, It certainly looks the part, and it certainly is very, very capable. I'm very happy to say now that I'm using my cell phone now for VideoGates, and the audio is much better. Much better. I was using a JVC camcorder, high definition, but the video was okay, but the audio wasn't up to snuff. And so when you listen now, you'll be listening through your audio coming in through a small computer system, audio system, an Altec system, which is considered a subwoofer, and a small mid-range, and tweeters. So it gives me a better spectrum of sound, and I'm happy to say that the cell phone does a pretty good job of replicating what I'm hearing.
Oh, copy that, my friend. Well, by looking at the one of your videos here, it looks very good. It's very nice and clear. Yeah, like I said, you got a fantastic looking Cobra right there. My current station is a Striker 955. I turned it up just a little bit from the pods on the inside, so it'll do about 90 to 100 watts at full power. And my antenna is an Antron 99, about 33 foot up in the air. And of course, I'm running barefoot. I'm just running the power straight out the radio. There, over.
Roger, sir. Yeah, well, it's certainly working really well for you. And I'm familiar with the Striker. I certainly do like the design of it. I like that kind of a look, that handy, hands-on kind of look, and with the meters and all. A very nice looking radio for sure. The antenna that I'm using is just an Antron 99. It's about, it must be 25 years old now, and I've been so fortunate to have it this long without any damage. And it's just 15 feet in the air at the base. But I'm so very fortunate also to be very near a very large ground plane, which is called the Atlantic Ocean. It's only about maybe 200 feet north of me, and I'm 60 feet above sea level, so that ground plane is really doing a lot of work for me.
Oh, copy that, my friend. Yeah, it's definitely doing the job for you. The Antron 99 that I got, I've been using the Antron since the early 90s, and I stand by those antennas. They're fantastic antennas. It's not we use. I do want to ask you, did you say that you are located in New Falmouth?
Okay, Terry, conditions just dropped off, my friend. I'm going to hang around for a bit and see if that picks back up. I also got some over the horizon noise there, that buzzing noise. Hopefully conditions will come back. I would like to conclude our conversation on a positive note before we upload this video. Right back to you, Terry.
Copy that, my friend. I was looking up where you're located at on Google Earth, and yeah, I see where you're located at in Newfoundland, Canada. I think you are east of Quebec. Is that correct?
Yeah, we're in Newfoundland, Canada. If you look on the west coast of the island, in a Bay St. George, I think it's called on the map, St. George's Bay. That is the community that I'm in, St. George's. And as you look at the map, I'm facing out now. My antenna's facing out to the Atlantic for sure.
Copy that, my friend. Yeah, I see where you're located at now, my friend. Yeah, that's fantastic. Google Earth helps out a whole lot when I'm trying to figure out where I'm talking to. And yeah, you're not too far from the coastline. Yeah, I'm actually about an hour. I'm 1 hour away from Wilmington, North Carolina. If you're familiar with that, over.
Roger. Yeah, I'm familiar with the Eastern Seaboard and all those states along there. Yeah, I'm familiar with North Carolina as well. And yeah, you certainly are doing a wonderful trip. Conditions haven't been the greatest this afternoon. It has been in and out, so I just want to let you know that it doesn't reflect on your wonderful radio setup. It's just that conditions aren't favorable right now. But I certainly am glad that we are able to continue on this conversation, because the DX has actually improved.
Yeah, copy that. Yeah, you went up from about 3 to 5 pounds to about 7 to 9 pounds on my end. You got a lot louder on me, so yeah, I do believe the conditions are starting to pick up a whole lot. Roger
that. Yeah, that's the way it's been today, I noticed. And it's good that we got it on the upswing, and things are looking really good coming from you as well.
Copy that, my friend. I appreciate it, and Yeah, I did want to tell you this Striker 955, I was running that off of 2 solar panel batteries, and it was only doing, 12 volts, and when I key up, it dropped down to 10, so I decided to buy me a power supply. And it's adjustable from 9 volts up to, I want to say 24 volts, and I got the Striker to do what it's supposed to do now, running at 14.2 volts. And I can definitely tell a big difference now that I've gained a lot more output power now that I got the correct amps. They're over.
Yeah, roger that. 14.2, that's typically what the mobile would be handling from an alternator in a vehicle, so it's certainly designed for that, and there should be no worries. And of course, with the extra voltage, rather than using those the ones that were dropping your what do they call it? Anyway, your power supply that you had dropping down to 10, that's not conducive to a good radio for sure. And yeah, 14 volts. I'm sure your radio is singing right now.
Yeah, it's yeah. When I was running it off the batteries, when I key up, my lights had dimmed just a little bit, and I was looking at my output power, noticing that it wasn't doing what it was supposed to do according to the meter I was using when I was adjusting my power. And once I hooked that power supply up, my radio stays nice and bright when I key up now, and I've gained probably an extra 15 to 20 watts on output power.
Yeah, pretty simple procedure, and like I say, everything is not starving for power now, and it's working appropriately. That's fantastic. Like I say, you're doing a wonderful job here, Terry.
Copy that, my friend. We really do appreciate it. I took a lot of pride into setting up my radio and adjusting it with my antenna and everything. I took a lot of pride into that work, and thank God it's paid off for me here at the end. They're over.
Yep, certainly so. It sometimes it's a long road building a radio system, a CB radio system, and we buy and sell, and sometimes we buy things we don't need, and sometimes we sell things that we do need. But in the end, hopefully, through time and patience and learning the craft and the hobby, we figure out how to do it right and get it right.
Yeah, copy that. I agree with you on that. I've actually been on the radio, talking on the radio since about 1987, 88, but I got out of the CBs and radios, let's say from 87 to about 1996, but at that time period, I didn't know there was extra channels and stuff in the radio like I do now. I thought there was just only the regular 40 channel 11 meter, but last year I got back into the CBs again, and started out with the Galaxy 44, which I still have, and I carry that radio, and it's got a couple extra channels in it, and FM, and I started messing around with all that, and I was amazed at how all the extra channels that the radio had in it, they're over.
Yes, Roger. Yeah, we basically came from the same line, I guess, when it comes to CB radio. We were introduced to CB radio, not necessarily knowing that there was much more spectrum of frequencies that were being used by ham radio operators. That was only later in life that I got all that figured out, and the draw to that, the hobby. But we certainly did play around with CB radios since the early 1980s, and we kept it up. And even when it died out, I began just collecting the radios, going around yard sales and searching in classifieds and finding these old gems, these sideband radios, and picking them up and cleaning them up and fixing them as best I could, and keeping them for days like today to enjoy. But of course, I ended up with the Snake Radio Customs radio, and all the rest now are on shelves, and they're collecting dust.
Oh yeah, copy that. When I got out of the radio today in around 95, 96, my mom and dad used to talk on the base station. They had an old Realistic with, I want to say it wasn't the Anton 99, but it was the Radio Shack version of the Anton 99. And they had that at the top of a 100-foot tower, and my mom and dad got out of talking on the radio and gave me everything, and then I ended up selling it around 95, 96, and that was the biggest mistake I ever made because my mom's not with me anymore, and then I decided to get back into radios again last year, and I've already accumulated probably about 30, 35 radios from base stations to mobiles, but the Striker 965 and the President Richard is probably my favorite too.
Roger, yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, I have mobiles and bases as well. I've never seen a President Richard. I have never seen that one. I don't think it was available to Canada, maybe. But when CB was rocking and rolling here, I didn't have a whole lot of radios neither, just the basic radios and just enough to get out and about. But it's only when the that cycle died down, and I would say in the 1990s, you know, when there was not a whole lot of radio, I still had radio here and the antenna hooked up, but there wasn't a whole lot going on, except for truckers driving by the highway here to talk to. Basically, a lot of people fell away from the radio, and that's where I started collecting from that point on, late 1990s, I would say, till now, picking up all these old gems.
Oh yeah, copy that. Yeah, I know, I think around 94, 95 is when everybody started phasing out the radios and leaving them alone, and it seems like to me, probably the past couple of years, it's actually started getting popularity again, and everybody's starting to talk on there, but of course, when I talked on the radio back in the 90s and the 80s, all the locals I talked to, a lot of them has passed away now. One in particular that actually taught me how to do CB repairs and stuff like that. Though he passed away, and a bunch of other locals. But I did want to jump the subject, and you said you've never heard of the President Richard. It's a fantastic radio. I think it can hold up to 500 channels, and the real good thing about the President Richard, and the reason why I got it attached above my striker, is because it's got the UK band. And I can flip it on the UK band and talk across the pond over there every single day, just like their locals to me. So it's a fantastic little radio for sure.
Roger, yeah, just to clarify, I heard of the President Richard, but I've never seen one. I've never Googled it, so. But I'm glad that you've expounded upon what that radio is all about. And yes, the UK here, even on 11 meter, is booming in lately. I'm getting east-west and north-south DX daily, and it sometimes is just incredible. So I can imagine what that President Richard is doing when you get on the UK band, getting across the pond.
Oh yeah, copy that. I do want to let you know I am starting to lose you a little bit. You're fading out on me pretty fast, and we got a couple other people trying to come on to the channel here. I do want to let you know I am going to go ahead and say 73C before I lose you completely, but I do want to let you know I just subscribed to your channel, and I would definitely be watching your videos there. Over.
Roger, Terry. Yeah, conditions have dropped out here as well. So we're going to cut this conversation short. Maybe one day soon we can cross antennas again. Certainly do look forward to hearing from you on my YouTube channel, and I will certainly reach out to you and your YouTube channel, and I will subscribe, sir. I would appreciate your comment. This is 9 Tango Charlie 02 in Newfoundland, Canada, and we are going to be clear with Terry, the 319 in North Carolina, and we'll be clear on your final, Terry. God bless you.
Copy that, my friend. We appreciate it, and we appreciate the conversation. It's hard to find someone nice to talk to on the radio anymore like yourself. I got a couple of others that I talked to, but a lot of people just want to get up here and cut loose and show their butts and everything else, so it's good to talk to a decent person again. But, okay, my friend, I am going to say 73s, and I would definitely stay in contact with you, my friend, and I'll definitely be watching your videos. I want to say 73s, my friend.